G'day everyone, welcome back to Nat's Knackers Yard. I'll be Nat, this will be my Knackers Yard. This is not a video on or an upload on Ivan, because Ivan is fixed and you will only see him in the background from now on. This is on Mac. Now when I last left you, I was having issues with what I thought was air intake, trying to get it to idle and to be able to pull away, because as I was pulling away it was just sputtering out. Top revs it was fine, so I was there thinking the main jets were fine. It seemed to be the transition to, please correct me, carb gurus out there, but I was messing around and I was, where have I put them? I've tried restricting all the way up to pretty much complete restriction on the cheap Chinese pods. I tried it with my nicer foam pods, my more expensive ones. Was getting there. Then I looked across and saw the other set of carbs for the 650 and thought, no, I've lost track of which ones originally came with what. I think, anyway, the carbs for the 650. Now, I still had it written down on my little board. Black top and silver top. So the silver ones, the ones that were on it on my last upload that I was messing around with. I was just checking I haven't got a delivery address on there. No, I don't. I do tear them off as soon as they arrive. Nothing to do with filming, it's just a personal habit. So the silver caps were Pilot Jet 43, 122 as the main jets. Black ones are 40 Pilot Jet and 125 as main jets. I swapped them over. What I should have done, and if frankly, yeah, I'll come to it, what was probably the best solution is if I had the 40 and the 122s in Mac. Got the 125s. It's a bit poppy, but nothing wrong with that. So I swapped them over. I've got my foam ones on. It's looking nice and shiny because he's had a wash too. I also sorted out the baffle because it was firing out the baffle. I've just lost the bulb. I'll wave you down. No problem. Lady wandering past with a couple of dogs. I want to get a head start. And he's straight in and idling beautifully, pulling fine. He's just the best he's ever been. Just to show how well he's pulling, I'll chuck my helmet on and just whip up and down the hill. I've sorted out that rear brake as well. It was just the angle was wrong. Where I pushed the peg forward because it was all the way back before, so I had 1 foot forward, 1 back. Pushed it forward, I needed to extend that arm just to bring that up enough. Might do it a tiny bit more as well. Right, let's get my helmet on and take you up and down the hill. Right, so this has had a lot of fettling today, this bike. I've managed the best part of a day out here, which is nice. I keep seeing little bits that I want to play with, but I'm holding back the urge. I've checked the voltage on the battery. It is charging. Oops. Thought I was looking going to look stupid then as it wouldn't start, but I'd flip the ignition isolation. See, like it's just pulling. Now previously, as I was pulling, it was dying out, and at top whack, it really pulls. What a really rather cool machine. And this big old seat, because it's half of the original one, I think, is so comfortable. It's really comfortable. And big wide bars, it's a lovely riding position. which obviously I'm not going to do up and down my own drive or around my own housing estate. But yeah, it's just fucking brilliant. Can be a bit of a bitch to find neutral at times though. There we go. Yeah, let's get you off helmet. That doesn't sound right. Right, and there we are back in Knacker's yard. Yeah, rides fucking beautifully. It just leaves me in a bit of a dilemma now, really, because I could keep going with it, or I could just, I think, just going to sell as is. It runs, it rides. I think it needs 2 new tyres because it does have slow punches. Might price those up tonight to see whether or not I sell it exactly as it is, and just say it's running, it's riding. It is ULEZ compliant because I've applied for that. It is historically taxed because I've done that as well. Then a new buyer would just have to put new boots on it. Don't you know? Or I could just do it myself and sell it as a completely done thing, a done deal. Now I would keep it and use it if I hadn't just got Ivan, that I've just fallen in love with. I don't know. I mean, the weather's turning. It's the right time to sell a bike like this, a carbureted bike that's going to need fettling. You know, it's done for now, but it's a 1982, I think, or maybe 4. I can't remember. You know, it's a 40-year-old bike. It's going to need fettling to keep running. Whereas Ivan, I could just jump on and he's booming. For what I need at the moment, Ivan wins, but he's such a lovely, big, comfortable beast. That, yeah. So, in summary, what have we done with him? Well, cosmetics, sorted out the back, sorted out the side panels. I did take my Nats Knacker's Yard stickers off it when it wasn't working, because I wasn't going to sell it non-running, plastered with my stuff all over it. Yeah, sorted those out. The carbs have been well and truly sorted, fettled, decent pods on it, nice expensive ones rather than the cheap Chinese ones. It does seem to make a difference as far as that experiment's concerned. They do restrict a lot more than chucking gaffer tape on cheap Chinese ones. And they're oiled as well, which helps the restriction, obviously. Front mud guard sorted. I got that weird paint reaction that I think works on this bike. That's it, weird paint reaction. Got a reaction from mixing 2 different types of cam, but it works really well. I think it looks quite effective. I was going to change the clocks. The needle's broken on the rev, which is annoying. I was going to change the clocks. I've still got clocks I could throw on them, cheap Chinese ones. But frankly, that was when I started to mess around with that. That's when it stopped working, and I've now mentally tagged the 2, although they're probably unrelated. Anything more? Smaller number plate. Yeah, it's not legal, but you're going to find a really huffety copper to do anything about that. Put a filter on the exhaust, on the engine exhaust. Oh, and obviously the really very nice Delcovic can. System complete. Now the question is, what do you think it's worth, people? I haven't got a clue. I will do some research this evening, but let me know. What do you think? Is it worthwhile me chucking new boots on it as well, and doing it as a fait accompli? Yeah, it's been a testing one, and I've kind of fallen out of love with him. He is odd looking. A couple of you guys have called him ugly. I think that's a bit rough, but he is odd looking. But so am I. Yeah, but Mac, I'm 99% sure done. Question of whether or not I get new boots on him, I think, is one that I'll sleep on once I've done a bit of research. Cheers all. I'll catch you later. Ta-da.